Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris Stocker here. Today is day 3 of vlog every day in April. So today's kind of a little bit of a slow, boring day. And what I mean by slow, boring day is a lot of work. That's kind of what goes into my daily life of being an entrepreneur. Today, though, was my 2-year-old daughter's checkup appointment. So just got done with the checkup. She's a little cranky because she had to get a shot. So mom took her into the Big Red Ball store, as we like to call it, get a little cake pop and do some quick shopping while I just kind of knock out this video. So today, for today's episode of the vlog, I was going to follow the prompt for VEDA, and it was, who are some of your mentors? I have a few. I've only met one of them in person, so whether they're mentors or just people that I kind of just look up to, admire a lot of things that they've done. So some of those people, in no particular order, Steve Jobs is one. I know a lot of people feel that Steve Jobs was a prick, and I never met him, but he probably was. However, I just find him to be an extremely interesting person. Another one is Mark Cuban. Again, a lot of people don't like him. I kind of liked him before he even came to the Shark Tank fame. I knew him from owning the Dallas Mavericks, obviously, and I just read one of his books. I always watch his interviews, and I think he's just got a demeanor about him. I like how he's run businesses in the past. I love how he believes in lean, keeping your business lean, living with 10 guys in college while running a business. I'm a big believer in keeping your business as lean as possible, not going out and buying the greatest, latest technology just because you feel like you need it. And I got a lot of that from Mark Cuban. Another one is, and this seems so almost cliche these days, is Gary Vaynerchuk. He keeps my head in the game, makes me realize that there's always more that you can be doing. He was one of the initial reasons why all my business and everything got started. When I read Crush It, I read Crush It in about a day, and I went and bought my own domain, and I started blogging, and I was actually fired from the company I was working with at the time, pretty much for crushing it. And Gary was awesome enough. I wrote him an email telling him this story. I wrote a blog post about it, and I remember when he retweeted it, it actually crashed my site because so many people came to the site that day. But I met him in person almost a year and a half, 2 years later, and he remembered the story. So kind of everything about him, it helps keep my life in balance. When I feel like I'm working a lot, I realize that I'm probably actually not. And one of the greatest things I've ever learned from him is auditing my time. I always felt like I didn't have time to do things until I actually sat down and audited my time. Another one is actually Damon John, another shark. And this one's a little bit more recent. Ever since I read his book, The Power of Broke, I love that concept of just having that power of broke, knowing where you came from, and honestly never wanting to go back to it ever again. It's a really big concept that I have kind of always used, but I never really thought about it in that way until I read his book. So that's really about it. I mean, there's so many other people that I could name right now. So many different books that I've read over the years, so many people that I've met, spoken to, that have gave me kind of insight into how to run a business the right way, how to just be a better person in general. Tony Robbins, obviously, so many other people I can name. But that's it. Those are the main ones that I kind of use their concepts every single day of my life. So what about you? Who are some of your biggest mentors? Do we share any of the same ones? I'd love to know. So down in the comments, just put it down there. There may be somebody out there that's life-changing that I don't even know about yet, and I'd love to know about it. Let me know about different books, interviews, anything. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You can do that right here. I'd really appreciate it. And check back tomorrow for day 4. See ya.